Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to part 18 of my DayZ adventures. Now, we're picking it up right where we left off in part 17. I'm still back at that mountain, just guarding that fire station. Well, not really guarding the fire station, but just keeping an eye out there's no bandits on top of the mountain. When I was just about to leave and just go up to my camp, as you can see, I just broke my leg there. Luckily, I do have a bit of meat and I have morphine and everything with me, but I'm running low on supplies. And I do need to make haste and get back to my camp and resupply and come back down. Since I don't really have that much, I always like to carry at least 2 morphines with me. Meat and stuff like that is not a problem. You can always hunt. There's places where animals spawn. But morphines and stuff like that, you either risk going into a city and in a ghillie and with the DMR and everything, everybody's gonna think that you're fully geared up and everybody's gonna take pot shots at you. So as you can see, I do have a couple of things. You always carry antibiotics just in case you don't really have the tools to make a fire. You can eat raw meat. If you want to, you can just eat the raw meat. And sometimes you'll get infected, sometimes you won't. It's just depending when. Sometimes you get infected just by drinking water from a lake. So I like to carry water bottles with me as much as I can. But sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. But I did hear a shot coming from around here, and I'm just looking around just to see where he is, because I know he's going to be around here somewhere. And that's one of the drawbacks in having these private hives with, I mean, don't get me wrong, I really love him and I really think it gives a whole new dynamic to the game, and it gives more stuff to do, and it gives you more places to go, and it just spreads out the map a lot more rather than just go Cherno Electro airfield and that's it. And I'm just looking around just to see where he is. I know there was a guy there. I spotted him myself. He was a hero. Well, survivor. You know, I always say heroes to survivors. He was a survivor. And there was no need for me to take a shot at him. He was just doing some looting. Probably just spawned, trying to get a better gun and make his way into the world. Somebody decided to take a shot at him. Now, I think I was about 500-600 meters away. And you can see I'm shaking a little bit. Time to take some painkillers. Got the shakes. There we go. As you can see, I don't really have that much on me anymore. I don't really like to travel. I like to travel light, but not this light. And it's gonna be around here somewhere. It's just a matter of time before either. I'm trying just to wait him out, just to see if he starts taking another shot, if somebody else comes around, or he's gonna move, or he's gonna do something. Now, in the previous episode, I told you about what I've got. My Astro headset and the amp. They're set to. I'm just looking at it now. They're set to almost full game sound. And the volume is about, I'd say about 65-70% up, and it's on bass. I don't know, like you have to press the little button like 4 times. If you saw an Astro amp, then if you see somebody pushing a little button on the left, mine is on like I think the 3rd setting. You can hear the steps a lot better. I heard somebody's steps within. I can hear the footsteps within 100 meters. So that really helps when playing DayZ. And as most of you know by now that you've watched my videos, these are 100% real. There's no hacks, there's no bullshit, there's no admins, there's no, oh, I'm just going to meet a friend. And check this out, just before we get to that. I'm just going to see if he's got something in his bag. He's just too busy scoping that shit. And I'm trying to go gangster on him, but it doesn't work. No, that didn't work, and I'm just trying to ram him. Look, he's just got out and just started fucking running away. I don't know why it didn't work, because I did actually take a shot at him just there when you saw it, but it didn't really go anywhere. But I don't know where he's going, but he ain't gonna make it. He dead. There we go. I'll just go and disaster strikes. Yes, that's the reason I don't like that part. Well, I spawned back in Cherno. I got back to my body, got back to his. The only thing that he had on him, he had the DMR and my DMR, so I took mine, and he had check backpack, which now holds 24 slots rather than 16, but didn't really have that much on him. And it took me about, I don't know, about 10-15 minutes to get from Cherno to here. Not really that far away. As I was coming up, I heard something in the chat, dude shooting at the fire station. Now, it didn't really say which fire station. You can see there's going to be a restart in a couple of minutes. I barely just made it. I was thinking to myself, shit, I've really got to get there. I've got to get to my body, because as you've seen in the previous video, my camp is really up north, and it's going to take me a couple of hours to get up there and resupply and rearm and head back down. By that time, probably the bandits will be gone anyway. So getting back into what my DayZ videos are all about, There's no hacks, there's no scripts, there's no actors, there's none of that. There's nobody helping me with blood, there's nobody helping me with, oh, I've just met a friend and he's just gave me a DMR and some night vision goggles and a rangefinder and all that sort of stuff when it's pitch black or whatever. Then no. To me, it's DayZ as it should be played. Some dude hunting bandits, and that's that. And as you can see there, got ourselves a couple of squires there just watching that. Look at that. You ain't gonna make it, I'll tell you that now. And yes, you've guessed it, what is in his hand, an AS-50 TWS. Hacking faggot. I simply just don't get this. Why would you... I was really hoping that's a ghillie there so I can get my ghillie back, but... in a way, you don't want to be in a ghillie just because if somebody sees a ghillie, it doesn't really make you anywhere friendlier to him because he just thinks ghillie, bandit, sniper, bandit. But sometimes having the survivor skin on does pay off in your advantage because not everybody will not kill you, but sometimes if somebody sees you and will just let you be because he just thinks, okay, it's just another survivor just like me, minding his business, doing his thing, and yeah, you got a bit of an advantage. But again, at the same time, with a ghillie suit, you do have that advantage of being almost invisible if you know where to hide and how to hide and to keep prone and not move much and do all that sort of stuff what you need to do in a ghillie. Just keep still, and you will not be spotted. As you can see, the server will restart pretty soon. There's no need for me to do anything. I will hide his body as I don't really want his TWS gun. In my book, there's just no reason for me to have a AS-50 TWS hacked. First of all, they've been banned for a long time. Second of all, I don't really need to see through trees and shit like that so I can get a kill, so I can enjoy the game or anything like that. I can enjoy it with my DMR as simple as I can enjoy it with anything else. And I've always said this in my gameplays. I will take the DMR almost on top of anything. DMR is my favorite weapon. I can pretty much use it in any kind of circumstances. Close range, long range. It's overall win for me personally. That's just me. So I'm just going to loot up a little bit, take as much as I can off them, hide their bodies, and I'm going to try and just head away a little bit, try and get back to my camp, put some stuff in. Not really that much, but I'm not going to get there because there's as you can see, there's a server restart just now. So we'll pick this up once the thing has started. And you can see just writing a little message there. As soon as I spawn back in, I got that message. Something went wrong. Disconnect and try again. I've done that like 3-4 times before I actually got back into the server. And as you know, when you join the match, or when you join the game, you do hear the sounds for a couple of seconds just before your image comes through. And I heard a shot. As soon as I got in, I started looking around left, right, and I saw the guy taking shots at the other guy dying. And I'm just writing him a message, as you can see on the screen. You just killed somebody there, not cool. And I'm not really telling him I'm going to kill him because I am. I'm just going to let him be for a little bit. And as soon as I get a chance, I will take him out. There's no bandits in on my watch. So I'll just keep an eye out on him just to see what happens. It's not going to really get anywhere. I know he's going to try and do some looting. I have been around the back of that fire station and there is a tent there with some sort of stuff into it. I don't really know what it is because I haven't really stopped to look what's inside. But I know there's going to be quite a bit of stuff in there. So everybody's kind of farming them in there. Now as you can see, I'm just ranging this. It's only like 400 plus meters. It's not going to be far at all. So it's going to be an easy shot. I think for me personally with a DMR, when the target is more than 600-700 meters, I say it's a little bit trickier. But anywhere up to 600 meters, it's bang on a shot. As you can see there, just aim a little bit low, bang, 2 shots, and the third, he ain't gonna make it, it's down. Now I do happen to have a lot of good gear on me and I don't really want to be hanging around and losing it because this being a bandit mountain, it's going to be surrounded by bandits. Somebody's bound to have, well, obviously a hack weapon as we've seen earlier on. And I don't really have that much of a chance. The only chance I have is the element of surprise, which I'm always a big fan of. Always trying to flank somebody, always try and catch him by surprise because with an AS-50 TWS, not really much you can do about it because it will see you through trees, it will see you through cover, it will see you pretty much through anything. Just because of that weapon. I really just think it's way too overpowered and I'm quite happy that they took it out of the game because it's just there's no need for you to have that much of an advantage over somebody else, and have everybody playing on the same level. I think it's way cooler, and it's just way better that you play the game that way. There's no need for you to run. If you remember back in the old days, was it the L85 AWS or L86 AWS? I can't remember. It's been a while now since they took it out, but it was that gun. I never used it just because of that. It was just way too overpowered. It was like shooting the blind people, you know what I mean? Everybody couldn't see you. You can see them a mile away. And it was just too easy. There was just no point doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and pursue Mr. Bandit here. That's one drawback of using a DMR, is that if you start running just a little bit, never, this is a top tip, never actually sprint when you have a DMR, because it'll take you like 2 minutes to get your breath back. And it's going to take you forever to actually try and get a good shot on him. And as you can see, I'm still looking back, I'm still looking left, I'm still looking right. I know there's 4 bandits down because I took 4 of them out. But there could be a 5th. Well, he's in front of me, but there could be a 6th. Somewhere up in the hills, or one of them coming back to get some vengeance on me. Or you just never know. It could be a survivor that sees you and starts shooting you. You never just know what's going to happen in DayZ. And I can see that bandit going. And then, bam, he just disappeared. Like, what the hell? I'm thinking, what the hell just happened? It's just gone. Like, where? Where did he go? I'm looking, there's a couple of rocks on the ground, I'm looking up, I'm looking, I just don't see him, it's just disappeared. Like, where did he go? Like, zombie just stopped. What the? Oh shit, he's just on the floor. Bam! He's just on the ground, he just proned out or something to get away from the zombies or something. He did something. You know, time to get my SD out since I took the M9 SD off the other guy. Time to get it out and shoot this dude out if he's gonna stay still at some point. Come on, zombie. Stay still, man. There you go. Enjoy that. Now, I don't really want any gear because I can't take any gear off anybody else. So I really need to get back to my camp and put some stuff in there. Since you saw one of my camps, but as I mentioned in the previous episode, I do have 2 more camps up there. So I do have one that's slightly closer, and I'm going to try and head for that. So as I'm going that way, I really need to go back past that mountain because I'm going that way. And as you can see, I stopped there for a second. I had to go to the toilet. I went, had a pee. When I came back, I heard somebody shooting what it appeared to be Stanag rounds. Now, Stanag rounds, you've got the M4, the M16s, you've got the ACOG, you've got a lot of Stanags, a lot of weapons using Stanag. So again, you're not 100% sure which weapons you're using, because with an ACOG from that distance, you can take a couple of shots at me and you can take me out. So I don't really want to approach too much. I just want to see who he is and what he's doing. And just before I head out to my camp. Now, bear in mind, this is, what, 5th, 6th bandit that we've taken out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th, actually, this is, I think. I may be wrong. But there's quite a lot of bandits around here, and all of them having the same purpose, just to camp that mountain out. And somebody, as soon as you get here, and you're going to come and want to get in and get some stuff, because it's just there for you. It's ready. And yes, I do see him a little bit just then. That's a zombie running after somebody. Just saw a little glimpse of him. I'm going to try and approach a little bit. I don't want to give my position away. I know I'm not really that much incognito here, but let's just say I'd feel a lot safer having my ghillie on, because I could be the chameleon. I could be a chameleon in the forest. Yes, I'd be like Slenderman. Bitch. And I just want to put a scope on him, see who he is, see what he's doing. And it looks like I really need to have a drink just then. It's not always a good time because you're losing ground. If somebody has a bit of an advantage on you, then never actually sprint, because by the time you get there, then you're going to be out of breath, and he's still going to gain distance on you. So best thing you could do is just keep on following. You do have the advantage of having a DMR. You can scope 300, 400, 500 meters out, 600 meters out. Those are pretty easy shots to take. Anyway, anything after 600 meters, then it's going to be a little bit trickier. You need to aim a little bit more above his head, but you can always use the little dots on the DMR. And if you're having problems with shooting guns, and I know a lot of people do have problems shooting and aiming in DayZ, because you'll see that later on, I advise starts in any game of DayZ. Then as soon as you get to the main sort of the login screen, wait for it. I still don't see him. As soon as you get to the login screen, just go disconnect, then go to the editor, go to the single missions, and then just get yourself, you can actually get yourself a target. So you can go on the airfield, get yourself spawn yourself a DMR or whatever gun you want, put yourself a target practice, and just practice a little bit on that. And that will really, really help you aiming and judging distances, and just making sure that you know what the bullet drop is, and where will it drop, and what's the range that you need to be taking into consideration and stuff like that. It's really, really a helpful thing. I used it early on when I started playing DayZ, and we're coming up to nearly a year now. I don't know what I'm going to do for a year special, but I didn't really post DayZ videos when I started playing it. I know I played it around May-ish, but I only posted videos I think in June or something like that. So it's coming up, technically I am coming up to a year now, but before that, wait, you got hit and broke your leg. Now I'm thinking at this point, yeah, it's going to be out. He just took a couple of shots at me, but yeah, you ain't going to get nothing, son. Don't worry about that. Is he out? Yeah, he's been knocked out. A DMR shot always knocks you out, and if you shoot him in the leg, you guarantee the leg break. Now I could get a little bit closer and take the shot up and close and personal, but I don't really want to give my position away, even though I have shot a couple of times. There's just no need for me to actually be next to him. If somebody is around here, he definitely would have heard some shots, and he is going to investigate, because you hear it in Stanags, you hear it in DMRs, you're thinking, there's definitely something going on, so I'm better go and investigate, because I've got nothing to lose. I've only just spawned. I may have a crappy little gun, and it's worth picking up. Maybe somebody who's took the guy out that you've heard the shots from, took him out, never took his guns, never hit his body, and you can just be picking up some good gear. But I'll still get ahead, and I'll just see what he's got, because he looked to me that he's got some stuff on him. And what's he got on him? He's got an M16. I won the painkillers. M9SD, I've got that. He's got a British assault pack. I don't want that. Has he got anything inside it? Let's have a look. No, I'm opening mine instead of his. Yeah, not really got that much on him. Check his body and everything just to make sure there's nothing like I'm missing. See his name. And time for me to get a move on, because we want to get back to my camp and unload some of this gear. I don't really want to carry it with me, because somebody can't shoot me at any point. This is DayZ after all. Ammo, I still have plenty. I've got 17 and 4 mags. Sadly, this is a server when you do not have your ammo back when you respawn back in. Not respawn back in, when you relog back in. I really wish that was the case. That means I'd really have to go 5,000-6,000 meters all the way up north. And there we are. We made it back to my camp, and I'm making my way back down. I only had some I had some ghillies in there, but I took a chance coming down to this shopper, because I scoped it from about 600 meters high, and I could see something on the ground. I took some camo on just because it's a little bit better than having the survivor clothing on. You can blend in a bit better. You can just have a lot more cover while you're prone in on the ground. But I saw something on the ground from about 600 meters out. If you scope a heli crash, you will see something, and that's what I was really betting on, to be a ghillie suit. And lucky for me, it was a ghillie suit, because if it would have been a camo, then shit. But I did see a couple of guns. It was definitely worth coming here. I left the DMR. I took an M14 aim for close range combat. And I'm just going to look around just to see what it is. And I know there's a couple of guns, and my camp is not really that far away from here, about a couple of thousand meters. So there's a DMR there, and there's another M249. So I'd rather get back to my camp, put this DMR in, take the M14, and make my way back, and take that and put them in my camp. So decided I should do that. As you can see, I'm going back. As my camp is not that far away, I can have this done in 10-15 minutes, go back, drop my guns, just take one with me, come back and pick these up. I'm not just going to pick the DMR, really. I'm not really going to pick the M249 up, because I don't really need it. That's just not suited for my playstyle. It's just not for me, let's just say that. So I'm just going to head back. But before I get back, as I'm heading out, you can hear this. Yep, it's just shooting an AS-50 at me just then. I didn't really make it that far, did I? Somebody was definitely shooting an AS-50 at me. Now that's not cool. since you could have just asked, dude, is anything next to that chopper? And I remember scoping that hill and couldn't see anything, unless they would have got there from Starry and they just made it to the top of the hill. Nevertheless, AS50, you've used all your rounds. No doubt it's going to have more in there. But you've used a full mag on me. Didn't get me. Lucky for me, I'm sprinting bastard. But it's going to be the case of who makes the move first. And I assure you, motherfucker, it's not going to be me. Now, seeing that I'm protected by this stone wall here, I'm just going to wait because it's too much of an appeal for you not to get closer to that heli crash. You probably think, yeah, we just scared him off, just a noob, picked up a ghillie suit and just ran away. Indeed, I have run away, but I have not forgotten that you tried to shoot me in the back. And I shall be dealing with you and your friend, or whoever, how many people, I don't know, send him a little message there. DMR guy in Starry, you suck balls, man. You really need to learn how to shoot. You really do. What did I say? AS50 Starry. You suck balls, son. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he didn't get me. Oh, here we go. We've got some movement. There we go. This is AS50 in his hand. Oh, there's another one. So it looks like there's two of you, hey? Actually, that was not an AS50. That was just a regular gun, but there's one of them. I'm going to scope him in a second. But one of them has an AS50. I know that for sure. Look, one of them staying back. I'm loving this military stuff that you're doing here, boys. That's pretty cool. It's blues and blues, 2 and 2s, or what you call this. You go, I'll stay. I'm just in the open there. Like, what? Like, why are you even bothering? You know what I mean? I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to flank me. As you can see, the first guy is coming round. And that's going to be my first priority, the guy with the AS50, because that's a one-shot kill. The other guy has a normal gun, I've seen that. I really don't think he has a sniper, because if he would have had a sniper, he would have took shots at me. But young sir there, he ain't going to make it. Yeah, sit down, son. Sit down. Don't be shooting at me again. Now, it's only the matter of finding the other guy. He never made it to the helicopter, and I know where he is. There's that little rock, if you see it, just there. There's like 2 zombies right next to each other. They just passed each other now. He's behind that rock. There's not much I can do. If I get out, he's not going to take a shot from here. And I'm going to have a bit of trouble with the zombies. If he would have had the sniper rifle, he would have took the shots at me at the same time. So I'm going to take some of these zombies out. I'm bleeding a little bit. I need to get behind this little bush and try and bandage. Hopefully he doesn't see me. Now that's the beauty of having the ghillie on. The ghillie saves you so many times just because you can blend in and you can stay hidden for as long as you need. So go ahead and just bandage, have a bit of meat. I do have some meat. I have plenty of meat in one of my camps, which is not really that far away. So I'll take some of these zombies out. But more importantly, I've lost track of where that guy is. And I know he would have never stayed put. He would have moved somewhere. I'm still looking. I'm thinking, okay, he's gone somewhere. Did he go around to try and flank me? Did he follow his friend? I see that body still there, so he's definitely died because I saw the kill feed. But where did the other guy go? Because I know, obviously, I've just shot his friend, but he ain't going to be friendly towards me. Well, the reason I shot your friend is because he tried to have me killed. I really don't know. You have an AS50. Obviously, you don't need the gear. You're probably just hunting me for sport. But one does not simply just hunt the Russian sniper for sport. It doesn't work that way. I've been around the block a few times in the world of DayZ. I've learned a couple of tricks, and I've played way too much Wasteland to know where flanking and how flanking works. And seeing that I've got my ghillie on, I'm going to put my ghillie to good use again. Now, in a ghillie, all you've got to do is get inside a tree and just chill there till he makes an appearance, and he will come out and look for you because you've just killed his friend. He knows you have a sniper rifle. He knows his friend's body is there with an AS50, so he's going to try and take you out before he makes a move for the body. Now, I know nobody's gone for that body because I would have spotted him going for it. But always take the high ground, and you will make an appearance. As you can see, through the trees there. Made an appearance. Take a couple of shots at me. I do have a DMR, and you didn't make it. Yes, he has put a shot into me because he only hit me once. But in the tree, you always have more of a chance of not getting hit just because of the foliage helping you a little bit. That's weird, but that's how it works. Sometimes you try and shoot something through a tree, either a zombie or a player or anything like that. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So that's the Bandit squad dealt with. There's no need for me to have anything to do with these guys anymore. Next time, maybe pick on somebody else. Or better advice is, when in doubt, always ask. DayZ's not a deathmatch. DayZ, it's about surviving. It's about having fun, exploring, gearing up, finding new friends, lighting shit up, just killing zombies, and yeah, taking bandits out if need be. But it's not a deathmatch. I always say that if you talk to somebody, it's unlikely that he's going to shoot at you. And they could see I wasn't really polite when I told him he sucks balls when he shot at me with his AS-50. I'll give him that. That was not very polite of me to say that, but obviously you could see that I'm talking to him and I can speak English and I'm not a dumbass and just whatever, you know what I mean? So saying, okay dude, sorry we shoot at you and everything, is there anything good at that chopper? Can I go and loot it? Yeah dude, go and get it. I took what I wanted. I would have really liked that extra DMR, but since there's two of you there with an AS-50 and everything, I'll back away because that's the odds would be sort of in your favor. Not really if it comes down to it, because you've got killed, you and your boyfriend there got killed, but yeah, technically I would have backed off because it was two of you, and yeah, let's just not get into a shootout. I always try and avoid a shootout if need be, but that's not the case. So yeah, they have been dealt with, let's just say that. Now, before we end the video, I'd just like to let you guys know a couple of things. Now, as you know with my videos, and I mentioned this earlier on, they're all connected, they're all on the same servers, there's not 3 characters, there's not any of that bullshit around, it's all one story. It's my adventure in DayZ with my lows and with my highs and lows, with my deaths, with my everything. I don't happen to die that many times because I always keep an eye out and try and take the stealthy approach to things. And as you can see, I heard somebody shooting a Winchester around here and there's a chopper crash. I'll go ahead and check it out and see who he is. Now, if I really wanted, you can see him there. Bam! He's down. There's no need to shoot him. Why would I just shoot him in the back? There's no point of doing that. I can send him a little message. Dude, you're okay? Do you need some blood? Do you need some food? Because he's got a Winchester. He ain't really got much, so he's just looking around trying to loot something, trying to get a better gun. You can see I'm writing a message. So that's kind of what DayZ it is for me. But the other thing I wanted to mention you about, I always have stuff going on and asking you guys opinions of starting series and starting this kind of videos and whatever. And I'm thinking making a breaking point video with Nick. Some of you know who Nick Bunyan is. If you don't, then there's going to be a link to his channel in the description. But Twitter and Facebook, if you don't have me as a friend on Facebook or you don't have me followed on Twitter, then do so, because I always ask, what do you want to see? What do you want to do? Do you want to do this? Do you want to try this? Do you want to... I always try and bounce ideas off you guys, because at the end of the day, not only that I'm making the videos for me, because I'm enjoying playing DayZ, and I really do, but I really enjoy interacting with the people that I'm making videos for, saying, could you try and do this? Could you whatever? Do you know what I mean? Give me ideas. And some things work, some things don't work. But that's just the fun thing about it. It's interacting with you guys. So it's going to be a link to my Twitter in the description, a link to my... I have 2 Facebooks. I have a friend one where you can actually send me a friend, and I have one that's going to get you to like the page or whatever. So I'm going to put both in there, and you decide which one you want to go for. You can see that guy fapping. It doesn't need to worry about me because I'm not going to shoot him. I would have shot him. I was within 20 meters of him. So if really wanted to shoot him, I would have shot him by now. So I think it's safe to say that he's got nothing to worry from me. Just gonna see where he's going anyway, because there could be somebody else around here. And again, send him a little message. It's always important just to let him know that I'm not going to shoot at him. There we go. You need to chill, bro. I'm not shooting at you. There's just no need for me to shoot. I had my chance. I didn't take it. I don't want a murder on my hands. I do have a lot of bandits, and sadly, the hero skin doesn't work anymore, because you shoot bandits and you get no humanity. You only goes down rather than going up, and I really hope they fix that, because so many times I would have had my actual hero costume on after shooting so many bandits, and just because they don't work, I can't have it. But just before we end the show for today, we're going to go ahead and help another survivor. He's just chilling on top of that control tower. I think he's got low blood because he kept saying, I'm passing out. Anybody here? Can anybody help me? And as luck would have it, one of my camps is not far from here. Now, I don't need to tell you what I am. You could probably guess that yourself. But if not, I'll let you guess in what I am. As you can see, he's got his flares and he's not really stealthy up here by any chance. You can see I've done a bit of hunting. I've cooked a bit of meat. I've left some stuff behind. There's most of the times it's day when I play, and I don't really play at night, even though I really love playing at night. But most of the servers these days I've turned it off, especially the private highs. And one of the reasons I don't really post that much night footage is because it's kind of crappy. I mean, DayZ is not the best looking game out there anyway, but it looks a bit weird when you post night stuff. And luckily for me this time, there's a couple of flares and stuff like that here. But as you can see, I've got 6 steaks on me, 7 steaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 there. And I've got a couple more in my backpack. As I've left everything in my camp, I don't really need to have anything. So I'll go ahead and just give him all that food, give him all that meat. He can eat all that, get his blood, and hopefully be on his way. Now, he doesn't have night visions. He's got a AK. Oh, zombie. He's got an AK and an M9SD. Zombie just turned around. Yeah, he's coming back now. You mind just shooting that dude? What's he doing? Are you coming in? You coming out? Come on, dude. Do something. You can hear him. He's fapping, so he's really, really low on blood. So that should definitely help him out a lot, because how many I've put down now? About 10 steaks. So that's what, 8,000 blood. It should be okay, I think. There's another zombie coming out. Do you mind shooting him in the face since I've run out of ammo? Yes, go ahead and do that, son. Look at that. Come on, dude. Look at that zombie. Seriously, man. Shoot him. I would have shot him a long time ago, but there's nothing I could do because I only had a couple of mags for my M9SD. And I have run into a couple of zombies. I've looted some other stuff by the time we got to this late hour in the night. And I've run out of mags. Hopefully, after giving him 10 steaks, he will be kind enough to give me a mag or 2. That'd be nice. I've kind of saved you a little bit just there. It would be really nice if you'd help me. That's what survivors do. And I always keep fapping a little bit around because I don't want to... What's he doing, man? I don't want to be in the line of fire just because sometimes it happens. I've had it. Clint Beastwood is the only player that killed me many times in DayZ. Either he ran me over or he shot me, or he was doing something and bam, he just pressed the button and shot. And I always try and stay away from the line of fire, even if when you are with friends. Sometimes it just happens, a misfire, you push the button, you push the click, and bam, you just killed your friend. So yeah, always not stay in the line of fire, because that's not the best idea for you to die. So now getting back into Mr. Survivor here. Now, I would have been gone here a long time ago because I don't want to be a sitting duck here. There's a flare beaming on us and saying, would you mind shooting us in the face? We're just chilling here, and will somebody just please shoot us? Now, usually if I'm going to help somebody, it takes me anywhere from 20 seconds to a minute. You got to be really quick. This is what you need. Here's your help. Here's your stuff. And just bam, go. Don't really stay up. Give him the traditional Russian sniper salute, and he will see you on the field, son. That's what you need to do. Time for me to head into the blackness and go about my business again. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think by posting a comment. And also giving it a like. It really helps the videos. If I get more comments, more likes and whatever, then it just goes to show that people really enjoy the videos and you want to make more for you to watch. So yeah, that's how it works. I've been the Russian Sniper. I'll see you next time. Out.